Now, let's see how we can be able to create a table and a form using HTML. All right, so come down to where we have the OL tag here and want to do our what HR. All right, meaning the horizontal rule. So before going into the table, all right, let's talk about um, a particular tag that is very very important when building projects. All right, we have what we call the containers or segmented tags. All right, so we make use of these tags to actually create a new section. All right, or we use it to divide all right sections, all right, or just give it a particular space for itself so that it can be able to accommodate some other HTML elements. All right, so this kind of elements are always a block level element, and these are the div elements, the section elements. We have header elements and some other kind of elements there that we can use. All right, so yeah, when we say div, all right, so this div element now is known as a container element. All right, we use it to create new sections. All right, so you can make use of the section tag directly if you want to create a new section. So you can, if you are using the section tag, it's fine. If you are using the div tag, fine. They all mean the same thing. All right, only that most developers will like to be more descriptive while building their project. So whenever they want to create a new section, they'll just make use of the section tag directly, so that this is indicating that okay, this is a new section for this particular for the particular element that I'm displaying. All right, so but yeah, we are also going to make use of the section tag later on, but let's use the div tag because div is mostly used than any of all those other tags known for segmenting or partitioning sections on your project. All right, so here we have the div tag. So in this div tag we want to introduce our table tag. All right, because we are creating a table now. All right, so we have our table tag here. Okay, so now in the table tag accommodates two very very important tags. All right, two very very important tags, and that is the t head tag and the t body tag. Now the t head tag is the one that's where we provide information that's going to describe a particular column on our table. All right, take for instance, we have a column that says name, we have another column that says age, we have another column that says location, and we have another column that says address. All right, so now those places that you have said name, age, location, and whatever, and address, those places are known as the t head. All right, so are known as the t head sections. All right, and then the where the information responsible for each of these table columns is being imputed is known as the t body. All right, so let's see how this work in action. All right, so here, like I said, we want to have what the t head tag. So inside the t head tag, for us to be able to provide the information that is going to be staying on the TR tag, we start with the TH. All right. So this TH now holds the information responsible for each. I mean the heading responsible for each column. So here, let's say we want to quickly display top 10 footballers in the world. All right. So here, let's say we want to have the footballer name. All right. Let's say we want to also have the footballer club. All right, let's say we want to have the footballer position. All right, and then let's say we want to have the footballer jersey number. Right, so we can just say jersey no. All right, so let's just get these four informations. All right, so for us to be able to pass in the informations into this t head, the next thing we want to do is to come down after our closing t head tag. All right, you now want to open the t body tag like this. All right, so in the t body tag, the t body tag actually has rows which is holding different information responsible for each column. So it means that you need to create a row first before you can be able to pass in information. And in order for you to create a row in your t body, you just do what the tr tag like this. So here we now have a row that's going to pass in information for this t head that we have created. So for us to be able to pass information for the name now, you now need to introduce another tag known as the td, which is table data. All right, so in the td, we are now going to say we want to say Messi. All right, Then you come down, you want to do TD again and provide information for the club. All right, so this is Star Miami. All right, then do TD again and provide information for the position. All right, so you see winger. All right, and then we do TD again, and then we say the jersey number 10. All right, so now we have provided an information, all right, for what Lionel Messi. All right, so let's add one more th here, so that is going to be, which is going to serve as our serial number. So we say SN like this, and then here also we just come and do cd, and then we say this is number 1. All right, so after doing that, we want to provide for the top 10 like we said. All right, so all we can do now is I can duplicate this tr and get 9 more tr, so that it can be what, 10. So you can see that I have first highlighted this tr. The next thing I want to do now is to do a shift plus alt and then arrow down. All right, so you want to do shift alt arrow down to duplicate this. All right, so I'll do 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. All right, so I've duplicated 9 more times so that I can have 10, and all I can do is just start changing informations in here. So where I have this, I'll change this to number 2, and then here I want to pass Ronaldo. All right, and then provide the club Ronaldo is currently playing, which is what, Al Nassr, whatever it's spelled. So yeah, also you can change this to forward as his position, and then his jersey number is number 7. All right, so here we come down and do number 3. All right, and then here we want to change this to Mbappe. All right, so come here, change the club is currently playing for, which is PSG, and is a winger. All right, and or you can also call him a forward. All right, sorry, forward, and jersey number 2 US 10. All right, or sometimes 7, or whatever. So you just put it there. Then we come here, do number 4. All right, and this we want to say Haaland. All right, so this is Man City. All right, and come here, change this to forward. All right, and we want to provide jersey number to number 9. All right, so you just run all through this process. So we have up to number 10 now. All right, so when we check this now on live server, all right, so when you scroll down, you can now see that we have our table. All right, so you can see we have number 1 Messi under name, Inter Miami under club, winger under position, and 10 under jersey number. All right, so this is how you create a table using the HTML tag. All right, now let's come here and let's see how we can be able to create a form. All right, so after this closing div tag for our table, so you can come here and then create a container for your form, and then the next thing you want to do now is to call out your form tag. All right, so when you have the form tag like this, you break it out, and you can see that the form tag automatically comes with the action tag, the action attribute rather. So this action attribute simply means that where are you expected to take your users to after they finish submitting the form. All right, but we are not providing anything for this now because we are not connecting a backend to our project yet. All right, so the next thing you want to do now is to now start creating the different fields that you want to have in your form. All right, that's the next thing you want to do, the different fields that you want to have in your form. Then in every form we usually have where we have what's actually describing the input, all right, that the user is actually filling into the form. All right, so for instance, you want to create a new account on Facebook. All right, so you see that Facebook is going to be asking you for your name, it's going to ask you for your phone number, it's going to ask you for your email address and the likes of it. Now, so that place where you are seeing name and then you see a box that you're supposed to input your name, all right, that name that you are seeing is known as the label tag. All right, and that space that's created for you to actually input your name is known as the input tag. Okay, so let's see how that works here. All right, so here we are going to create a div. All right, we want to place it on we want to place each field on different container. So we do div here, and then we want to say label. All right, Then this label, now you can see that this comes for it comes with an attribute known as the for attribute. All right, this is if you want to give your label a name internally, but for now we can skip that, and then we want to call this name. All right, and then here we have input. Okay, so now what kind of inputs are we expecting from our users? All right, so we are expecting to have what, text for names. All right, we know that names are generally written in text, so we leave our input type as text. All right, so after doing that, come come down after the closing div and open a new div, and then the next thing you want to do again is to write label, and this is going to be for, let's say you want to collect the user's phone. All right, so you come to input. All right, and phone number, also the type is going to be text. All right, so let's say we have another field which is known as quantity. All right, so quantity, now quantity is expected to just be a number. All right, so here we are going to change our input type to a number. All right, so if you go back to your browser now and you check our output so far, so you can see here that we have, let's have an horizontal line differentiating our table from our form. All right, so here we are going to do hr like this, so that we can have this in output. Good. So here, when you come here now, you type only your text. All right, so you can see text coming in there. All right, when you come to the quantity, if you try typing letters in there, it won't go in. Only numbers actually go into this particular field. That's the reason why you have to make sure that you set your input type to whatever you are trying to achieve from your user. All right, so let's say you want to get the user email address, so you come here, you give it a label, and this is for what, email. All right, so here the input type, all right, this is going to be strictly what, an email. All right, so this is, you are trying to tell the user that I need an email from you. So if you come to your browser now and you are typing and you don't the email has not been provided, your browser is going to check this, and as you can see, you see that it's telling you that please include an at in the email address. All right, because it knows that for you to have a valid email address, you need to have an at and then something.com. Do you understand? So this is very sensitive, all right, because you are automatically telling the browser console that if the user have not inputted a valid email, then don't allow the form processing to be what, accomplished. All right, so that's the whole essence of this input type that we are doing here. So we have different kind of input type that we can check out. Let's check out the checkbox. All right, so here, let's say we want to give this a label for, let's say, favorite um, fruit. All right, sorry, let me correct this. Favorite fruit. All right, so here we are going to say input now. All right, so when you say input, what type is this? We want to give it a checkbox. All right, so we need to give it a label, all right, before the so that the user can be able to know what they are check boxing for. All right, so here you are just going to come here, and let's say you want to do this. Let's remove this. All right, then let's open a new label. All right, then break out your label and add your input tag here and change this to a checkbox. All right, then this is now going to be label for, let's say, apple. All right, so you say apple like this. All right, so again you create a new label. All right, you break it out, then you say input. It's also going to be a checkbox. All right, so let's say this is orange. All right, so you come again, create another label. All right, and we break the label out. All right, so you add an input here, and then make sure this is checkbox, and then this is now going to be what, a mango. All right, so when you do this now, you come here, you come here, then here you can find these boxes here now, then you want to what, choose, when you click on this now, you see that your checkbox is coming up. All right, see how that checkbox is coming up again. All right, so this is how you display check boxes here. Okay, so that's for the checkbox. Now let's look at another input type known as the radio. All right, so you do div again, and you want to do label. So let's say, what are we collecting? You just say favorite color. All right, So for favorite color here, as usual, you want to come here, you do your label and break it out, introduce your input tag, then you change your text to radio, all right, and then you want to input a color, so we can say blue, all right. So here you do label again, all right. So let's have our input tag, all right, change it to a radio, and then we want to say this is yellow, all right. So you come down again, you do label, all right, come down again, and you want to add input here, all right, change this to a radio, and you want to give this green, all right. So when you do this and you come back to your browser, now you can see now that we have our radio buttons, all right. So this is how you use the radio button. So let's look at another tag, all right. um let's take for instance that we don't want this appearing like this, we want this to come down, all right, we want them down, we want them above each other, all right. So what you can do is to make use of a tag known as the br tag. So here if you say br, all right, and you come down now and you check that, you see now that it has broken a line, all right. The br tag is used to break a line, all right. So yeah, I'll come here again and do br, all right, and then we have favorite fruit above, and then we have this. Don't worry, we are still going to style this form properly, all right. When we get to css, we're going to use css to style this form properly, but for now I'm just showing you some of the tags that you can use to create a form in html, all right. So let's move on, all right. So now let's look at the select options tag, all right. So here we create a new div, and then here we want to have the select tag, then break out the select tag, and then follow up with the option tag, and then you now start creating your options. So let's say you want to create a select option for let's say gender, all right. So let's say gender. So here in the option here you can give what male, all right. I'll duplicate this, then let's say I want to change this to female, all right. Then here also let's duplicate this, all right. Then you can give this others, all right. So others like this. So here let's say you want to have label tag here and give this what gender like this, all right. So when you come to your browser now and you check this, now you see this gender here having what our select options, all right. So you can work with so many kind of tags and elements when creating a form. So here let's look at which other tag can I show you now. Let's look at the password field, all right. So we create a div, and for the password field we have label, so we can give this to be password, all right. Then input, then the type should be what, a password like this. So when you come back here now and then you try to type in, you see that it's not going to be visible because you have set that field to be a password field. And finally you can now have your button, all right, your submit button. All you just want to do is just to call out the button tag, and then you say submit, all right, and that's all you need to do. So when you come here now, you see your submit button here, all right. So this is how you create a form and a table using html, all right. I hope this is clear to you guys, all right. If you have questions, don't worry, just keep your questions, and whenever we have our next section, we are going to treat every questions accordingly, all right. I'll see you on the next video.